Oh,
yeah, there we go. That's what we got.
Now. So anyway, and so now we actually have to get our act together because, you know, people that don't know anything about DezignSpace are going to come in and say, what is going on here? So why don't you let everybody know who is just tuning in DezignSpace are going to come in and say, what is going on here? Sorry.
Oh, someone's got to mute their YouTube.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
There you go.
But you guys, so Megan, can you give everybody an idea of like what we're doing, and some people who might just be tuning in going, what the hell is this? Oops.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So guys, let me tell you a little bit about what we have in store for you. So the lineup for today will include our Q&A with Lisa. And a bunch of you have already submitted your design dilemmas to our Ask Lisa email. But if you didn't get a chance to do that and you have a question for her, you didn't necessarily miss out. All you need to do is pop your questions into the Q&A section of Zoom, and we'll hit it during the lightning round at the end. Also in store for you guys are the fan favorites. We're going to have an incredible round of Stump Lisa, and I'm going to bring it this time. We're also going to do What Would Lisa Do? Plus design news, where I'm going to tell you all about how to easily transition your interior from summer to fall. So yeah, that's basically the lineup today. Oh, by the way, Lori loves your lip gloss, Dana. And Cynthia loves your hair, Lisa. You guys are so nice.
Cynthia loves my hair. Oh, Cynthia, you're so sweet. I'm having kind of one of those days. So
I am gonna do a shout out. I'm gonna do a shout out to Patricia Hartman, and it's a liquid lipstick called Runway Rouge. I'm wearing a catwalk.
Oh, I love that stuff.
I know, it's really nice, and it's I like it. So I
need to. I forget I can wear it. Okay, so YouTube just said, "Hey, now we can see you." Yay! All right,
hey,
YouTube, whoever's on board. Let's see. We've got Fry Photo, Kylie Guernsey. People are starting to kind of come in. Okay, good.
Yes.
Welcome everybody.
Yes.
Yay!
Hi,
we're so excited.
So Megan, maybe you repeat the little intro on what we're doing in case YouTube just picked us up.
Oh, sure. Well, of course. So again, so YouTube, we are going to, basically this is Live with Lisa, where we do live interior design question and answer. So if you're a member of DezignSpace, you get the exclusive opportunity to actually submit a question and have Lisa answer it. And so that's what we're going to do, as well as I like to play this game called Stump Lisa, and it's a little different than normal, but I'll circle back to that when it's time. We'll also do What Would Lisa Do, where Lisa's going to check out, to look at pictures of actual spaces and see how she would tweak them to make them even better. We're also going to have design news. So again, I'm going to talk about how to transition your space from summer to fall. And what's really cool about that one is it's all Target. It's all Target seasonal decor items. So it's very, very attainable. So we love that.
Are you saying
but yeah,
Target? Are you saying Target as in Target the store?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or Target?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
and
Target,
so for you guys in Canada and Ireland and Europe, these can be found. These are ideas for what you can find where you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And speaking of, I don't know, Lisa, I don't know if you guys know this or have checked this out, but Banana Republic just launched a brand new furniture and decor line that is absolutely stunningly gorgeous. In fact, Lisa was the one who introduced me to it, and I could have died when I saw it. So I want to, can I show Lisa? Can I show some of
the Wait, Olivia just joined us on YouTube live. So
good.
Good. Okay. Good. Yes, let's show them the Banana Republic. It's drool-alicious.
Oh, it so is. And so so it's design styles, yes, it is transitional, but if you guys love organic modern, or if you have like Spanish contemporary, Spanish colonial style, Julie, I'm looking at you. This is your jam. I mean, it is so gorgeous. It is so bespoke. And it's not so expensive that it's completely out of reach. I mean, it's up there, but you can tell the quality is pretty legit. But yeah, here's just a quick overview of some of the stuff, but I want to show you a few of my favorites. But I mean, it is just so beautiful, like natural materials, clean lines.
You know what it does to me, and Lisa, you tell me if I'm right or wrong with this, but it feels a little bit of a more organic version of what you see in restoration hardware for half the price.
Yes, that's exactly right. It is,
nailed
it is I'm going to say a little bit hipper or restoration hardware
Love it.
categorized as more elegant. This is a little
Yeah.
hipper. I mean, look at that chair, that veil.
I could die. Yeah. Oh my God. One of
So
my
it's a
favorite. I
little bit
love that.
hipper, a little bit younger,
Yeah.
a little more global for sure. It's
For
definitely
sure.
global. And they
Yeah.
have a magnificent, I actually saw it because they actually have one of their flagship stores out here in Cali, and I went up to see it and I was shocked at the quality, I have to say. So we will be carrying some of that in Design Space store. That's for sure.
Absolutely. We will. Absolutely.
And we already
So
have these pillows, right?
Yeah, I think we do actually. We have because I think they launched their pillows first. But then and some throw blankets and whatnot, but they expanded to actual like side tables and stuff. But gosh, it is just so well done. There's one table in particular that I just could die over. It's super cool.
It was really,
I love this one right here, but the Sydney side table is fabulous. Anyway, so guys, definitely check out Banana Republic Home. This is not sponsored by Banana Republic.
It is not. No, that is true.
No, but
a lot of times people have a horse in the race, designers and people like that, and they're only talking about things that they make money on. We actually don't play like that. We actually recommend what we think will look best in your homes and what's right for you. So you can be assured of that. I also want to give a quick shout out to Olivia, who is over there on YouTube chat holding down the fort, honey. And she is our social media goddess. And if any of you guys have seen our Instagram feed lately, have you guys seen it in the last couple of months? It's really, the game has completely upped, and it's because of her. She's amazing. We love her, and she's part of the family now, and she's doing a great job. And Olivia, just hold down the fort down there, and we will be, well, this is a little plug for her. It's Olivia in Milwaukee. That's where she's from, so.
Right.
And so, and if you guys, please definitely follow Lisa Holt's Instagram, Lisa Holt Design. So if you guys aren't already a follower, definitely do it, because the content that Olivia is producing is super fun, super fresh, so cool. It's definitely worth checking out. So definitely follow us on Instagram.
So Olivia, do you mind posting the links in YouTube? That would be great. It's on my YouTube video today, I think. And if you guys missed the YouTube regular long form that got posted this morning, be sure and check it out, because it's all about fall decor. I am so ready to stop being hot, you guys. Oh my God. I'm sure you are too. Greetings from Switzerland. Oh, we got all kinds of places from Spain. We've got Greece. We've got Ireland. We've got the global crowd. I love it.
So I wanted to ask you guys a question really quick. I think that we have schmoozed enough, and I think people are probably going, let's get on with
We're ready to get down to it. Let's get those questions answered.
Do it.
Let's do it. So what do we got?
I have some juicy Q&As that came in, questions that came in today that were amazing.
Now, while you're pulling that up, Megan, can you tell people who are on YouTube how they can get their questions answered? I mean, the route that everyone is, what we're talking about, so that they know, because they might not know.
So again, you guys, if you have a design question for Lisa, and it can be, about any topic on anything, you want to become a Design Space member, because again, we do extend sometimes like these live Q&As to our YouTube audience, but when it comes to actually having a question answered, that's exclusive to our Design Space members. So absolutely, I'm going to post a link in the YouTube chat, or Olivia, if you don't mind, post a link to the Design Space website. And so basically we have a special email that you would submit those questions to, ideally with your photos and whatnot, and Lisa will answer them live during these live sessions. So and it's not only that, oh, Roxanne, that's awesome. Roxanne just said she just became a Design Space member and the site is amazing. Thank you, Roxanne. Love that.
Roxanne, yes. And I have to tell you a little quick story, everybody. So Roxanne became a member yesterday. Okay. I'm sitting at my computer. Nice. I'm sitting at my computer, and it says Roxanne has just become a member of Design Space. I'm going, oh my God, that's great. You know, and I keep working away. And 10 minutes later, she had a problem with logging in. There was just a little thing that she wasn't pushing. And so we have this little chat going back and back. And I said, back and forth. And I said, Roxanne, let's just get on a quick call. So in 5 minutes, we're on Zoom. 5 minutes later, Lisa walks by my office. I pull her in. So Lisa, I, and Roxanne are talking. We have this whole little thing. I said, you've got to be on our live show tomorrow. And then now she's on our live show tomorrow. You see, honey, that's how it works. So we are all here. We do this every day. We're here for you and to answer your questions. I just wanted to share that little story with her. And thanks for being in chat. And she's so cute. She lives up in Canada and she's doing a new house and all that. So yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Yes, absolutely. All right. We love that. So now, am I going straight away with some questions, Miss Megan? What is
yeah, let's do that. I think we should dive right in. Let's
Great. Okay, good. Because I have some exciting stuff that I'm going to share. Oh, Annette says do an inner circle. Yeah, you ought to do an inner circle, honey. I got to tell you, we'll talk more about that later. All right. Okay, speaking of inner circle, I have a woman who is in our inner circle program right now, and she is having an urgent issue. And so I wanted to start right in with her today. Hi, Rachel, sweetie. I hope you're listening. I don't know if you're here or not, but you probably recognize this picture because you uploaded it into your drive.
Now, Lisa, can I interrupt you for 1 second quickly?
Sure.
Guys, one of the things that we do is when we work on projects with you guys live, we like to bring you up front and have you talk to Lisa if possible. That way you can have a little back conversation.
Rachel's here. I think she'd like to do that.
Yes,
so Rachel, let's bring you on. It'll just be your microphone, not camera, but yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you chat with Lisa directly.
Oh, is it, or it's Rachel? Oh, Rachel, right. Okay. I'll put her over here. This is Rachel. Yeah, here she is. She is showing up, gang.
Hi, Rachel, honey.
Oh,
How are you doing?
well, I'm hanging in.
I know, my gosh, are you standing in the garage again today?
I am not standing in the garage,
Okay.
but
Progress.
I know, but I am not. I was earlier this week, just because I missed being home, but nope, not today.
Not today. All right, good. All right, well, good. I have good news for you, honey. I know we've been back and forth on this lighting and that GC is just chomping at your patootie to get this done. So I have good answers for you, okay? Yes, on this for the entry. Love it, okay? Absolutely love this piece. All right. Now, one thing I want to talk about, though, is, and we haven't really even had a chance to check with this yet, is this balustrade. All right. We need to address this, not today, because we're going to talk about it when we're going to do with paint. I want to get your electrical handled today so that we've got it. All right. But yes, for that, electrical fixture in black, in the 2-tier, in the thing. I like it better without the lampshades. What about you?
I didn't have an opinion one way or the other. So.
Oh, I think it's more elegant and more like you and your style. Okay. Streamlined without the shades. So they'll ship them, but you don't have to put them on. And we'll talk about bulbs later.
Yeah, I don't know that they came included. So my husband will love that because that'll be cheaper.
Yes, absolutely. All right, good. Okay, and now here's what I'm going to say. Yes, on this one, on the dining room, same line, brass, okay? Because we've got that beautiful wood ceiling inset in the dining room that's right there next to that entry. So this is going to be a nice tie-in, and these two are kind of like a mini little familyette of a storyline that feels good together, okay? So again, no shades on these. All right.
Oh, no shades on the dining room either.
Nah, skip them all. Yeah. So here's I adore that you ordered the Delta. I think that's great. That was less expensive, right?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Okay. And you found a great pot filler. This is fantastic. Who was this?
That's Delta 2. It's just with Broderick, and the Broderick faucet was a little more mechanical industrial looking. So I didn't like the faucet, but my daughter said they liked the curve of the spout to mimic the curve of the faucet.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
thank you.
absolutely, ma'am. They were right on the money. So I think that's fantastic. Okay. And so here's what I'm going to say. I'm loving these pieces for the kitchen island. Okay.
Okay.
I absolutely adore them. I think they are spectacular because now we're creating a secondary storyline that relates to the kind of the breakfast table. And if I remember correctly, you have a rectangular table that we're going to use, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So let's get the single line one, this one here. Okay. I love that. And that tied together with that and that pot filler and these. Oh, mommy loves it. Okay. Yes.
So we don't worry that the brass in the dining room is gonna probably look a little different than these bronzy ones in the kitchen, right?
No, as long as it's fairly close and it's
Okay.
not, it doesn't have to be exact because it's not, it's not sitting on top of the faucet, right? But it is a familiar storyline and it's not polished. That's the key, is if they're all kind of brushed, and they're not, one is not super greeny bronze and the other one is bright brass, we're okay.
Okay.
All
Great.
right. Yay, honey.
Yay.
You can tell that gal to go ahead and just get them ordered. Okay.
I'm so glad to be done with this piece. You started a comment about dealing with the banister at another point. Were you just talking
Yes,
about
ma'am.
color?
What was that?
Were you just talking about color?
Yes, because I want to make sure we're happy that this storyline ties in, because not only color, but line. Because if we look at this chandelier right here, this is a little bit more streamlined, and see how it's paired with a super straight balustrade. Now that's leaning a little bit more minimalist than you go, but we can probably clean up this little newel post or something along those lines. I don't even mind living with this knotted knurl in the knurl. Paul Paterno truck. Knotted knurl in the metal, but I think we want to change out the newel post to something straight. Okay, and that'll tie in better with this lineup there. It's a super simple one. It won't cost you more than $100.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, just a shout out for the inner circle. You guys have been a lifesaver in my crisis of 6 weeks. So anyway, but the paint is in and it is gorgeous. So can't wait to show you on our next session.
I can't wait to
Hey.
post some pictures. Thank you for that. I'm so glad I'm giving you a little relief, because I could not believe when we were getting you on board, I was like, oh my gosh, you are in a pickle. But no longer, you're
Nope.
good.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Rachel.
Thanks,
All right, honey,
Rachel.
have a good weekend. Okay.
Thanks. Okay.
Nice of her to
Good
say that.
questions.
She didn't say that at all about us in Inner Circle.
That was
Yeah,
very
that's sweet.
sweet, wasn't it? Yes,
And-
that was super sweet. Okay.
And we are going to talk about that a little bit later, guys. If you are on YouTube and don't know anything about it, we'll share with you a little bit of that. It basically, we have a design space, which I think a lot of people know about, and the little logos on the YouTube thing. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
also have Inner Circle. And Inner Circle, really, at the end of the day, it's working with Lisa, and she coaches you through your design project. And we'll tell you more about that. So if that sounds like something you would always wanted to have happen, which is a little bit of a dream of a lot of us, keep tuned to this live stream, and we'll give you a little more information down the road a little later.
Fantastic. Yes. Okay. So now our next question up came from Lori Sutton. I don't know if she's here today or not. It's a quick question though. She has a space where she had some art hanging on either side of this window, but she does, slider door, excuse me. But she does, she took it down because she said it wasn't right. Now I'm not sure what right was because I didn't get a picture on that one, but
Is she here?
I don't know, is she here?
Lori,
Yeah.
if you are here, go ahead, let us know in chat. If you're, or raise your hand, raise your Zoom hand.
You're zooming in, yes.
Yeah. If you want to chat directly with Lisa, if not, that's okay.
We do have a Lori
pressure.
in our participant thing, so
Yeah, maybe
it might be her, and or put it in chat. And the other thing I want to mention, Lisa, is I love it when you annotate if you, because
I'm about to.
oh,
See?
yay.
Okay.
Oh,
Good, yay.
So here's the deal, what Lori told me in, excuse me, the email is that she's not a big fan of drapery, doesn't want a lot of dust catching fabric hanging around and that kind of thing. That's totally fine. You know, you can always do, if you need it, solar or roller shades to kind of shade this window if you need it. But it looks to me like you have a gorgeous outdoor deck that I see happening out here that looks covered out there. So you may not need anything at all. But what you may want to do is have some sort of accent or something on this wall. So here's what I'm going to suggest is that you want to think about something that has some meat to it. In other words, these walls are actually kind of generous. And so you want, that's a little bit long. I'm thinking that you want to kind of like get something and it's a pair of something. It could be a pair of mirrors. It could be a pair of, I'm not sure where you're located. I see palms here and palms outside. Maybe you're in southern US or something. So maybe it's something that's, you know, part of that. Remember that you want to tie the framing together and with the rest of the room, and that you want to have pieces that look good as a diptych, okay? So it's almost as if maybe you would consider hanging them together and they have kind of a happy tied-in storyline. They're not the same thing, but some sort of impact there. Watch your levels of color because you want to tie in sort of, you have kind of a softer tone space and then some very strongly colored upholsteries. So you don't want these to be strongly colored. You want this to be kind of a medium and or could even be a light storyway with your artwork, all right? And if you want to submit something and have us take a look at it and go, yes, I love that idea. It could even be something like black and white photography or even colored photography or something that is thematic to your space, to your locale and things of that nature. But you definitely want to kind of like consider adding that in. The other thing that you could do is a duo, okay? Because you've got this nice wall here, right?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. You know, you could do a pair that are, whoa, gosh.
I like
Lisa.
that idea.
Yeah, you could do
So-
a pair on either side. That's also nice too. Depends on what you're interested in. Maybe you want to do some antique sepia prints or, you know, something along those lines. It really depends on what your style statement is and how you feel that that will tie that room kind of together, both with this within the space and with the rest of the house. Because I see back here you've got a dining table, so this feels like it might be some sort of kind of great room configuration.
so Lisa, I have a question about this space.
Mhm.
So I have two questions, and I know they're not asking this, but I feel like the valance above the doorway being white is just weird, and it cuts the shortens the ceiling, the experience of height in there. And I was wondering what you have to say about that. And also, would you take the fan or paint that fan out to match the ceiling, or whether would you have it match the furniture, which is brown?
Well, I don't know her ceiling heights, but I'm assuming this is 8, and then this probably pops up to 9, only because if this is 6'8" for these standardized doors, then that's probably the case. Yeah, I would not have painted this in your wall color because you want to kind of like either, excuse me, sorry, I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. I would not have painted, so I would not have painted this trim as the accent. In other words, I would take your wall color all the way up to this point.
Right.
Because this line breaks it. And
Yeah.
then the, actually, I would take it to here, to be honest. Because then this plane could be white, okay? And that will lift that experience nicely. And, excuse me. And then, yeah, you know, you might want to take that out, but I don't know where she is budget-wise or anything like that. So I didn't suggest on the fan to be something a little bit lighter, which might be nicer in the space, might feel a little bit more, open. She does have good lighting in here, which is good. But yes, Lori, if you're listening and you're interested in a little bit more painting information, I would definitely trick out your trim to take it up to the final thing if you want your ceiling to feel higher.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, good. Okay, so let me get this out of here and pop to, I've got one more question that is also, interestingly enough, we had a bunch of Inner Circle people coming in today, and this one's very exciting because it's Mary Beth Wynn. And hey, Mary Beth has, I think she's on today because she has,
Yes.
Ellen, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary Ellen. Oh my gosh.
Mary Ellen. Yes.
We have a Mary Beth
And-
and a Mary Ellen in Inner Circle. I apologize, Mary Ellen. I'm so glad to see you. And she was, Mary Ellen was doing, stop share. Okay, wait a minute, what's happened? Okay, so let me do this. I got it, never mind. Well, if Lisa could learn how to do what she's doing, that would be helpful. So Mary Ellen has moved into this lovely kind of semi-custom in a town where she's going to be retiring to, and it has a lovely thematic, shall we say, ocean vibe to it. And these are the first images I'm getting of her linens, which is very exciting because she has she had some lovely pieces in her home that she took with her to this new home, and some we changed out. And I had suggested that we get her new linens to kind of like take over the theme. And so here's the picture I got even this morning on the thing, which looks beautiful, Mary Ellen. I'm beautiful.
Wow.
I'm thrilled with what you're getting. But here's what her questions were. She feels like the room's a little bit, maybe needing a little bit more. And Mary Ellen, are you on?
Yes. Mary Ellen, you're on with Lisa.
Yeah. If you want to say something. Marianne's not saying anything.
No, okay, all right. So, hey, honey. So I have a question for you. How exhausted are you of painting? Because I have two ideas for you, and you could run with either one of them.
Oh, she's saying yes, but you can't hear me. So she's in chat
Okay.
for some reason. The
Oh, okay.
Volume
Oh,
up.
where's chat? Oh, I don't have chat.
she said she's okay with painting.
She's okay with painting. Okay,
good.
So,
Good.
so here's the way I was thinking of it. When I look at the bed, and I think it's absolutely beautiful, it looks very appropriate and very style oriented to what we've already pulled together. I agree with you. I feel like this kind of needs to change out, but let's talk painting for a second, which is I would do one of two things. I would either paint this wall out a gorgeous blue that you're pulling out of this bedding, right? So when we take a look at this good bedding, I would consider taking this beautiful sort of deeper ocean blue, okay, and maybe doing that back wall with that. I think that would be beautiful because then that would really push forward with these beautiful linens and kind of make the room feel more of the place. So you could just go there with it, okay? So we have this deeper blue saturated accent wall, leave everything else the same, okay? And then here's where I would go with it is I would probably sell this thing. We've sold a number of pieces down there. So I would probably sell this because what's happening is you have a matched bedroom set, and that feels a little dated. So I think I'd consider looking for something new here. If you need those drawers, get something new that has something a little bit fresher looking, maybe in you could even do kind of something in like a wrapped ivory linen or, something like that would kind of freshen up the space and be a little bit of a contrast to things.
Lisa?
Excuse me.
Can I jump in here? Mary Ellen is saying that she tried a darker shade and she didn't like that.
Oh, she
Now-
didn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. All right, good. All right, so my second option was to take the whole room, and let's go back to this beautiful idea. Take the whole room, kind of this soft, almost a seafoamish blue, Okay, no green. Okay, you really want to do the rule of three and match sort of this tone.
Isn't
that's
that a kind
in
of
the
grayish,
bedroom.
Lisa? Isn't that a little bit of a grayishy tone?
Yeah.
No, I think you're seeing the light reflecting off the sheen of the yarns.
Uh-huh.
When you look down on it right here, am I annotating? Nope.
No.
I would grab this color.
Oh,
See
okay.
this tone right here? See how it looks lighter right here? Oh, it could be a 3-tone. I don't know on this fabric, but I kind of like something that's sort of like in the mid-tone. If this was too dark, that's fine. Then let's take the whole room out kind of a mid-tone, beautiful blue. That'll be so relaxing
Now,
and
would you,
elegant.
Lisa, would you do that as a flat or would you put a sheen on that? Or would you do? What kind of finish?
Flat in bedrooms always. You want no reflective walls. And Mary Ellen doesn't have to worry about kids or grandkids, running around in that room. So that's absolutely it. So I would take this color, Mary Ellen, and do the whole room, okay, all 4 walls. And then okay, so this is also beautiful. What I would do is with that drapery treatment, here's what I would do is I would not do the cornice, okay, in something super heavy. In other words, I would take it up to the ceiling, all right, maybe do a cornice box that's mid-sized, and then do your drapery hanging down from there. And instead of doing the cornice box in the same fabric, what I would do is I would do the drapery in kind of a soft off-white or something along those lines. I'd upholster the chair or in a slip cover in the same way all the way down, so we get rid of these legs. And then bring a like really beautiful, handsome piece of wide grosgrain in the exact color of the wall as the leader edge of that drapery. Oh, that would be so beautiful, and cover up this kind of unfinished look that's happening here. I know it was, some of these builder details are not the best, and kind of what we do as nice solutions. Plus, I'd like to give you like something that room darkens a little bit. So you want to bring that, remember, you want to bring that up to the ceiling. So imagine this wall being that lovely blue, this kind of being slip covered in something kind of light and creamy, the same color as the linen on the drapery, that blue being repeated in that handsome leader grosgrain, and then leave this the same light linen. That would be beautiful on these blue walls. And then we'll work on, a solution for this, because I'm not in love with that. And to be honest, if we're going to switch that out, I also might consider switching out one of your 2 matching nightstands.
Lisa,
All right.
Lisa,
Yes.
Julie over on YouTube was asking about, she says no setback for the drapes. I didn't kind of understand what.
Oh, sorry. Yes, setback. You know what? Sorry, Julia. I'm running really fast with things. Yes, do a setback on it. So yes. Sorry. But sometimes when I draw, I'm like not as accurate as I should be. So, like you can tell here.
Okay.
But the general idea is there. So, and you know what else too, Mary Ellen, is that with this wall, all the walls going out that kind of medium blue, that will also help hide the impact of this against this really, really light wall. I think that would be beautiful. And if you want to run some questions by me at team at Lisa Holt Inner Circle on the exact color, hit me up, baby. All right.
I wanted to say for that.
Huh?
In that picture, I'd say, guys, you notice how you see the cord in the back of the TV? Anytime you can clean that stuff up by taping it to the back of the TV is always a good idea. Just
oh my gosh, Mary Ellen has been dealing with nothing but a punch list since she moved in. So I forgive her. That's a little detail. You would not believe what she's had to do.
She just said it's going to be mounted. So that's good. Good, Mary Ellen. That's great.
Yes, and that's kind of not a cautionary tale, but a word of awareness, let's say, is that guys, when you're doing these semi-custom builds, or when you're working with any contractor, do not assume they can read your mind. that is something that we talk a lot about in Inner Circle, which is that the communication that you have with the contractor is incredibly important when you're getting things done, because he doesn't live in your head, you live in your head. And so you have to make sure that your communication to them is detailed, granular, important, and timely every time you have a conversation with them. Otherwise, you end up like poor Rachel did, who, like, in the middle of the project, had her general contractor just hand her a list of things they needed by Monday, and it was Thursday. And it was the little things. It was like flooring and all your plumbing. I'm
So,
sorry,
Lisa,
it takes a few weeks to make those decisions.
Lisa, I want to add one more thing to that. Is not only do they not live in your head, they literally, they live in their head and what they've done for 20 years or 30 years. So
Yes.
they're actually doing their program on you again and again, because that's what they know. So
Yes,
remember, guys, that you have to take control of your project. And if you don't know how to take control of your project is going to control you.
that's
And
exactly
the way
what
you get away from that is you need coaching. I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a plug, but it's true. And when you have coaching, you have someone who's an expert on your side, you're not going to have those problems. And that's what Lisa's referring to.
Yes. No, it is very true. And this is something that a lot of people don't realize about projects when they get going on things. And it's not just construction. It's if you're furnishing your home for maybe a refresh or a second time. There are things like you better have samples of exactly the right fabrics and materials all put together and looking at it together before you make those decisions and before you put those dollars down, because this stuff isn't inexpensive, and you want to make sure that that your decisions are expressing what you're imagining in your mind. So you've got to be doing the inspo, you've got to be doing the homework with the vendors, and you've got to be understanding how you're communicating to both the vendors and the contractors when you're getting your project right. So,
okay, so Dana's going to move this party along a little bit. Maggie, what's up next?
Yeah, so I would love to do a round of Stump Lisa, if you guys are into that, because it's kind of a... Okay, yes, you do. No, because this is kind of a special edition of Stump Lisa. So this is a Stump Lisa lightning round, and basically here are the rules. So I'm going to ask Lisa a series of 5 questions. Now, in order to maintain her crown, she's got to answer 3 of them correctly. Okay. Okay. But I also want to challenge you guys. Okay. So both YouTube and chat in Zoom, I'm going to ask a question. Lisa's going to keep her eyes off of chat, so she can't see your answers, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask the question first. And then Lisa will give us the answer.
Oh, did you?
So let's start.
If I don't have chat today. Okay.
Okay, good. See, I'm cheating. Okay, so ready. Here's the first question. Okay. Now, what is the most common architectural style of residential homes? And now this caveat, this is in the US.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Well,
Wait.
Don't answer yet. Don't answer.
Oh, okay.
We've got to give the members a chance, and we've got some correct answers right away. You guys are kind of nailing it.
Wait. And keep going, guys. Keep going, because YouTube's going to take... Oh, YouTube just caught off.
YouTube guess. YouTube, that is... yes.
Oh, my God.
Wow, you guys got this. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
This is too easy of a question. Okay. All right, Lisa, what's the answer?
Well, the answer actually, structurally and architecturally, the American colonial style home is actually the most built and the most has been the most popular for a long period of time of what are called single family residences, so SLRs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's right.
Now, here's what's so funny and so cute about this. So Maggie, I know Maggie did these slides for us, and Maggie did the oh my God, I lost the round and Lisa won, right? Is that it?
Yes, basically, yes. That is it. But what's funny is, okay, I'm hoping helping out get her with this next one. Okay, so again, we're going to give the audience a chance to answer first. But the question is, what is the most popular residential paint color? And again, this is in the US. And you guys, I want the actual color, like the vendor name and the actual color name, if you can.
Are you kidding me?
As an extra challenge, yeah. So
vendor.
Oh, you can easily call
That's-
out the vendor.
I can't do
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
that. Okay, well, you know.
Ooh, you guys are close. Wow.
They
Getting
run
really
neck
close,
and
guys.
neck. Okay.
Ooh, someone got it right.
Are
Okay.
you saying
Okay.
the single most
The
sold
number one.
color?
Yes.
My God.
Yep. In residential paint color in US. Yep. Okay. And I have a feeling Lisa might know what this
Statistically
is.
I
correct.
have no idea.
Peggy?
What's that? It is.
I said, is it statistically correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh gosh.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, now I'm really on the hot seat. All right.
Okay. All right. What do you think it is,
Okay.
Lisa?
I actually have to give you two because I know what
Okay.
my opinion should be
Wait.
of
You're
what
gonna,
it is.
no, you have to
Um,
pick a lane. You have
Okay.
to pick
No,
a lane.
okay. All right. So it's either
No. Pick one.
no.
Pick
Okay,
one.
so here's what I think it should be. All right, which is Benjamin Moore Simply White or Swiss Coffee. You picked two.
Oh,
I know I picked
well,
two.
you know what? But the fact that she got it right. Oh
I'll
my
tell
gosh.
you why.
Hey,
I'll tell you why
Yeah.
that is.
Did
Because
anybody get it right? Did anybody?
Yes.
get it right?
Jane's iPad got it correct. You nailed
Oh,
it. Good job. Wow.
yay!
Yes.
You
I did it.
rock.
You
That's
get it right?
fantastic.
But so many people were close. Lots of white dove guesses, lots of Swiss coffee guesses. Super close.
Yes.
Incredible.
You
It
know
would
the
be
deal
like
is
Sherwin Williams or a Bear product or something.
well, I was going to say Sherwin-Williams also because they are one of the higher volume paint companies in the US and actually in the world. They're enormous. But Benjamin Moore runs neck and neck with them in the US. And so I was kind of safe to say Benjamin Moore, plus they're my favorite. So there you go.
Okay, so you are 2 for 2.
Okay.
You only have to get one of
Yeah.
these next 3 correct. Okay, so here's the next question. Name this textile. And by this, name the type of pattern. It's a very specific type of style. So again, guys in chat, what is this?
It
Good,
looks
that's
like-
close.
It looks like
Close.
butterflies.
It does look like butterflies. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like butterflies on
It does
tea.
look like butterflies. I was
Yeah.
just at that beautiful butterfly display. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram. was
Yeah, I loved it. You know, Santa Barbara is one of those places that the monarchs stop on their trek south. So anyway, so
We have enough.
I have
answers.
an idea, but I'm actually not sure on this one. So I am going to swing one.
Ooh.
Yeah. You may have gotten me, babes.
Okay. Okay.
So
I think I may have gotten people in chat too, because so far, even though they're close, they haven't quite gotten it yet. So
Okay.
maybe this one was a little too hard.
I think
but let's-
this is.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna guess it's a cross between an ikat and a mud cloth. Because
so
it
those are the
looks like-
guesses. Yeah.
Those are those are my guesses. Sort of a mud cloth.
And
ikat.
they're so similar. But what this is, it's actually shibori. I don't know how many of you guys, let me know if you've heard of that in chat. I'm curious.
I love this, and I forget about
It's
it.
it's actually, so it's a Japanese dyeing technique that's used on textiles, and it creates patterns across all different types of fabric. And it's kind of actually like emblematic of Japan's appreciation of like the beauty of imperfection. So it's really, really beautiful. I've seen it done in not only pillows, but in coverlets for bedding and tapestries. It's really lovely.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
I
that one.
love it.
Okay.
You're right. I forget about it altogether. And they usually use this cobalt, right?
Mhm. And
Yes,
yeah, I
yes.
think like in this cobalt, like an indigo type color too, I think. Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
that was what was throwing me off actually. So
okay. So there's hope for me yet. Okay.
win on that one. Sure.
Nice. Okay, let's see if you can guess this one. And what is the most common type of hardwood floor?
Well,
Okay, guess
if
in
I'm
chat.
wrong, I should be fired from my own company.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so I want you to know that chat exploded the correct answer.
Exploded. Listen.
Oh my
did it?
gosh.
Did it?
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't
Oh yeah.
see.
Like, I mean, like 10 people got it like immediately correct. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're waiting for, I don't see any guesses on YouTube.
No
Guys,
guesses on YouTube yet. Oh, we got one. Yes. Good job. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys, 100% of you have gotten this correct
on the Zoom,
I love
the
it.
Zoom guys.
I love
on
it.
Zoom and on YouTube, which tells me a lot that this was an easy one. You guys hit it out of the park.
Wait,
Well, you
Lisa
know
didn't
why?
even get a chance.
I mean-
Wait, she didn't get a chance to even answer it.
So
No,
yes,
not yet.
yeah, no, it is going to be an oak of one type or another, right? Because
Yes.
oak is one of the hardest and least expensive, both hardwoods and veneer engineered woods you can use, okay? And you know, the varying colorations of oak, like right now, white oak is super hot. But you know, in the 80s and 90s, yellow oak was huge. There's something called golden oak. Oh, that one's really tough to swallow. There's
Yeah.
red oak. There's German
Yeah.
oak, which is absolutely gorgeous and even harder than the American oak. A little more expensive to get here in the US, but you guys in Germany, woo, it's fantastic for you. So oak is just kind of the go-to. Yeah.
Well, I am
Yes.
relieved. I am relieved, Maggie, because I did not want to have to fire Lisa today.
I know. So I still have, so clearly Lisa got 3. I have one more question. Let's see if she can get 4 out of 5.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Okay, and you guys too. Now this one's hard. Okay, so I'll be very impressed. I mean, I know I imagine Lisa might get this, but I'll be super impressed if you guys in chat know what this is. Tell me, what kind of stone is this?
Wait, Lisa, you don't say anything. Remember? Let
Not yet.
everybody.
She's already. She knows what it is.
Well, maybe, but let everybody guess because.
Yes. Oh yeah. So we've got some guesses. Not yet, guys. Those are great guesses though. But I told you this one's kind of tough.
This actually is tough. And it's odd because the only reason I know it is because I actually did an entire master bathroom with this material.
Wow.
A big primary bathroom with it. It was a bit much, but
yeah.
Well,
I think I saw that. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
But okay.
I wish I could show it to you.
Yes. So we've got a lot of unique guesses. No one's gotten it yet. So this one is a challenge. So Lisa, why don't you go ahead and tell us what this is?
So I'm going to tell you this, but I want you to show them the other picture of it, because there's another picture that I have seen of this that shows the bigger pieces. And this.
Oh, sure. I got that.
It's actually a stone that's out of Brazil. And the style of the stone is called Fantasia. And then the different
what's the name of it?
The different iterations of Fantasia are germane to the colors. So you have forest Fantasia. This one's called Bahia, which means in Portuguese, blue Bahia, yeah. In Portuguese means beach, right? And that's a better picture of it because the Fantasia has these huge sort of swirling aspects to it. And the blue Bahia, or the Bahia, they just call Bahia too, is this intense blue, like a beach. And it's a really, really active stone. It's actually, I think, a quartzite technically, which is one step up in hardness from regular quartz. and not the man-made quartz, guys, regular quartz. And it does have a tendency, this is a problem with some quartzites, to be crystallized. And so if the crystallization is there, it's great, but it's very brittle. So you have to be very careful with it. It's an expensive stone, but it's absolutely stunning for like a tabletop or like a kitchen island top or something like that. It's really, really gorgeous, especially if you're in, an area that might be a beach condition.
Now, Lisa, for those of you guys who are new to interiors, whether DezignSpace or on YouTube, what is there? There is a term, and this is what I know, right? There is a term for this, what we're seeing here with these two. There's two slabs here. Am I correct, Lisa? Isn't that?
Yes.
Is this
Yes.
a two slab? Oh, it is. Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Those
So yeah,
are-
that's
those
why
are
you have the
book-
patterning going this way, and then you have the exact same patterning going this way. So guys,
Yes.
I'm sure you guys know what this means, especially on our Zoom. But what is this?
They
called?
do.
This.
Do they? Where's my
They
chat?
do. Yes. Oh, they've got
Nicely
it both on
book-matched. Yes,
Zoom and
Karen.
YouTube. Book matching. Nice. And what's funny is so
Yes.
many people have also commented that they're seeing faces in the stone, like they're seeing a
That's fine.
cat smiley face or a
That's fine.
fox
Just like-
face or a bat. Like people are actually
Oh,
seeing
that's
things in the
funny.
stone.
Guys,
funny.
Yeah.
and the way you get this, and Lisa, let me know, tell me if I'm incorrect in this, is that is a block of stone that they've cut down, and they basically split the stone and they've just matched it. And you're actually seeing the same stone laid out into two panels. Is that a correct way of putting that?
So you're very close, Dana. You're very close. Usually a block of stone is cut in what's called consecutive slabs, meaning they start with one. It's this huge chunk of stone, right? So they start with one, they cut a big, like a slice of bread, okay? Then they cut a second one, and then they cut a third one. And when you go and look for stone, natural stone anyway, you are always looking for consecutive numbers like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, that kind of thing, because the consecutive numbers are what you can do is called book matching, right? So this is probably, I'm going to just use an example. This would be slab 1 on the left and slab 3 on the right. And you put them together at the edge seam, and that's what gives you book matching. Now, there's different ways to match stone. Book matching is the most common one, but there's other ways where you can stack them so that you get an entire direction going one side or another. It depends on the patterning of the stone and what you want to emphasize. So, but that's a beautiful selection, Maggie. And
Yes.
colored stone is so trending right now.
Yes,
So,
it is. And that's it. Yeah, that one's definitely, it's a special one for sure.
yeah, it is.
Well,
a special
guys,
one.
I was gonna say, I have yet to stump Lisa. So actually, no, I think I did it
That's the
twice
beat
mainly, but
shibori.
I got the shibori. I got one.
So Maggie,
So
I'm
I'm calling that a win.
now Maggie is our graphics design goddess. So I am sure she created a what do you call it? A thumbnail of if you were to win. So what would that?
What's really funny, Dina, is I didn't.
Oh, you didn't do that?
I didn't actually. No, but well, it's a good thing I didn't, because it would have gone to waste. But no, I didn't. Yeah.
Olivia, you just shot something across the screen and I did not catch it. So if somebody else did, can they let me know what that was? Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see. Well, I think if we can circle back. I know you have a bunch of questions, Lisa.
I do. Oh my gosh, I do. Today was question palooza. So
Yes.
Well, guys, what I
yes.
do want to say to you guys, because I know that people aren't on with us for the full hour and a half, whatever we go. I do want to let you guys know that there is actually space in Inner Circle. We just opened it up this weekend. I've already got calls booked, and we only take 8 clients. And Inner Circle is an ability for you to get your projects done really with Lisa and our team coaching you. And so I have a couple of slides that I want to show you guys just to make it fun. And because I worked on this yesterday, I don't want that to go to waste. So here is, what are you worried about? No, not what are you worried about? Are you worried and overwhelmed about your home renovation or your design project? Now, this comes directly from our little website. And I think, Olivia, would you put that in the chat? And Megan, would you put that in chat? This is a website about Inner Circle specifically. And Inner Circle is where you can work with Lisa directly. And when I say work with Lisa directly, this is what it looks like, guys. This is an actual screenshot from the top one is with Joy, who is one of our most favorite people that lives on the planet. And this is Joy and Lisa working on her house. Literally, they built this house from the ground up practically. Lisa, you can interrupt me if I say something incorrect. And below that, when you see that bathroom, guys, that bathroom is a project I did that Lisa coached me through. I was an investor at the time, and I asked her to actually come in and help walk me through what I did. So I did the work, but she is the one that did the design piece of it. And that's the bathroom we started. This was a 1948 house that had never been fixed. And that is a touched up bathroom picture on the top there. Did not look that good when we got it. And that's what Lisa turned it into. And look at that. I mean, look at the details. And guys, this was done on a shoestring because it was an investor project. We were going to sell it. And the house now is $1 million, is valued $1 million higher than the neighborhood. And it was a huge success. And it's all designed, because honestly, guys, when your house is beautiful, that's what matters to people. I mean, you want to live in something beautiful and people want to buy something that's beautiful. Very few people want to jump in there and take it on themselves. But if you have to, you can join us for Inner Circle. And guys, Inner Circle is when you are overwhelmed and you just don't know how to do your project and you need some help and you need guidance. That's what Inner Circle is for. That's the address right there. If you want to take a screenshot of this, and it's basically you and Lisa and our team private coaching you one-on-one for a 5-month period, and you get total access to specific resources. You get an email that is directly to Lisa and the team. You write in the subject line urgent, and it comes directly to Lisa. And Lisa and our team actually will work with you and, get on the phone with you that morning in our everyday work day and work with you and help you solve problems. And, you heard one of our clients that was in our circle just earlier saying that she loved it. And if you look on Zoom, we have quite a few Inner Circle clients or past clients that are in there. I see Julia Caruso, and I know Karen Gore was in. You guys become our family when you do Inner Circle. We know who you are. We know your projects. We know what your trials and tribulations are. And Annette Henderson, and I will tell you that Karen will also tell you, even when you're done with the project, if you have a problem and if you have a mistake or something's going south on you and you need help, all you need to do is reach out to us. And we can create really amazing results and help you nail your projects. And these are some other before and afters of projects that we've done. So anyway, guys, I don't want to belabor this point too much, but you do want to know that go to this www.4innercircle.com/information, and that will take you to a website. Will tell you everything. And it will give you an opportunity to click a button, which actually gets you onto my calendar because I'm the gatekeeper and you go through me. We have a little conversation to make sure it's a good fit for you and make sure it's a good fit for me. It's kind of a dual, it's like a dual interview. If we're good to go and we have space, which we just opened up about few spaces, then we'll bring you guys in and you'll be able to be booking and working with Lisa one-on-one, literally, where you're in an environment like this, where it's just you and Lisa working on your house and your project. And everybody's house and project is different. So this is a bespoke for you process. And she's going to give you so much homework, and she's not homework, it's tasks that you're going to have to go out and do. That's why it's a 5-month period, so you can get your projects done, or at least a large portion of your projects done. So that's what that's all about. And I think
Yeah.
so.
And I love some of these comments from our past, and current Inner Circle members. So like Lisa says, Inner Circle is the best. I'm in my second series. So she's done 2 rounds now of Inner Circle. Absolutely invaluable. She says, I love this. I'm actually now enjoying the decision-making process. I don't feel overwhelmed by it. That's fantastic, Lisa, because anyone who's ever done a home project knows this feeling of being overwhelmed and just all the decisions, you're scared to make mistakes. And it's so good to have a professional have your back, have that professional oversight telling you what's right, helping you avoid those mistakes, all of that. So I love that. And so, yeah. And she also mentioned,
the mention, because Lisa's place is small, on the smaller side, guys. She's in New York City. So we're not dealing with 5,000 square feet here. We're dealing with a much smaller footprint. And like she said, smaller footprints have a lot more unique challenges that you have to really get granular about and understand. So yeah, I think that's great. So if you have a small space, you're not out for Inner Circle. It's
for sure. You're very in. Yeah.
Well, there's 2 things that I get constantly because I have the phone calls with everybody who goes in. The one conversation is my project too small or too large? And
okay.
We've done so in Inner Circle, we've done hotels in France. And we've also done closets in a bedroom or a bathroom or just a refresh. So all of that. What we don't do is, because we do everything online, we don't come to your house, of course, and it's online. It's a coaching program. So we're giving you the tools for you to do it. And that way it's not as expensive, and it's affordable for you to work with Lisa, someone who is affordable. I would say she's probably one of the most recognized designers for and educators in the world at this point. I mean, you have hundreds of thousands of people. I mean,
don't I feel fancy?
I don't know. We're working on 50 million views, so on YouTube alone. So anyway, no, we're proud of that, guys.
Wow, that's good. So no, the other thing too is that I think people think that if you're going to do a project of any kind, the most important thing that I always say to people is that never wait till you're starting the project to plan for it. And Inner Circle really is about planning how you're going to do the project. So as far as I'm concerned, if you're
it's about planning, and then it's about executing and managing the program. Because this isn't the Inner Circle is an Inner Circle. Most people aren't hammering. Most people don't have contractors in their family. They're doing the project themselves. They're hiring subs. Everybody's hiring subs. So the reality, guys, is that you need to know how to speak to them. You need to know what to say. You need to know exactly the programming. They need to know that you know what you're doing. So they are not going to take advantage of you. That's another thing, because they will.
Yes. That's something that I find is that a lot of people think, oh, the contractor will handle that. No, he will not. He will handle it, but it may not be
his own thing
at all. That's right. And so we kind of talk a little bit about that. That's super important. But even if you're not doing any construction as such, if you are even touching, here's my rule of thumb. If you're even touching a bathroom or a kitchen, you belong in Inner Circle. Those are what we call design dense spaces, meaning there's multiple MEPs, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and structural questions that you're likely going to come across that you may not know the answers to, that will be the best solution for your space and save you the most money. That's the key, because if you get the right coaching, guys, you don't end up bleeding out on your budget with these things. And that is also something super important, because people tend to think of designers as somebody who's just going to spend a ton of money. That's not what this program is about. The Inner Circle program is about getting something done so that it looks like what you want, and it stays in your budget. Okay, those are the key things that we want to make sure we deliver with this coaching program. So it's a little bit different than if you just go out and hire a designer. Because if you just want to go and have somebody have it done for you and then come back in 6 months, believe me, I have private clients like that. But you know,
we have design friends, and we've actually done that, and that was our business model. But that's like the 1% of the 1% that can afford to do that, wants to do that. I mean, like Joy Booker did not need to do that, but she wanted to do it herself. And so she did it herself. Her home is gorgeous, everybody. And if you ask her, she's the one who designed her house. She had our help and our guidance, but she made those final decisions. She came to
absolutely.
They made those decisions.
Yeah. I have no horse in this race except for to get you across the finish line with whatever it is you want. And
what you have in your budget.
And what you have. Yes, that's right. That's right. So that's
why you talk to me, because that's what we do is we have a conversation about what is your budget? What are you trying to do? Does this make sense? Blah, 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 blah. Let's take, now you have this much budget. Tell Lisa what that exactly is. She will make a plan with you together, and then you guys will walk through the program. And in 5 months, you're going to have the documentation or whatever else that you need so that you know that you're coming to that project with every advantage that you could possibly have.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Mary Ellen just said something very nice. She was who we were just talking about with her bedroom. She says her guidance has been invaluable. Her recommendations on lighting have been a tremendous help. Yay! I can't wait to see the pictures. And today she helped me with my bedroom. I'm looking forward to sending before and after photos. Yay, Mary Ellen. I am so glad to hear you out of punch list land and starting to do things that actually we love. So I love that.
Okay, so guys, I'm gonna tighten this little thing up and put a bow on it, and we're gonna move on with Megan. But if you want to get onto a call with me, which is how you get in, there are really 2 options. One is to go to hello@lisaholt.com. That's really super easy, hello@lisaholt.com, or you can go to the number 4 innercircle.com/information, which we posted. But if you just want to go to hello@lisaholt.com and send us an email, we'll all get that, and we'll make sure we get you that information. Okay. All right. And and we only have 3 spots. So guys, it's not like it's a big giant program. It's private 101. So we only take 8 clients. And we have those.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Mary Beth. See that, Mary Beth? I was thinking of you and I was thinking of Mary Ellen at the same time. My brains got crossed. And here comes Mary Beth. And she goes, I'm an Inner Circle client and I was afraid that Lisa only did contemporary design, but I was wrong. I do love historic homes. Mary Beth has the most magnificent structure from, what is it, 1790?
Well, it says she's working on
1865 Italian.
1865. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. 1865 Italianate. I'm sorry. We've also done another Inner Circle project that is from 80 or 95 that we were adding a bathroom to. Oh my gosh, and that house turned out beautifully too.
Peggy, would you jump in and finish reading that, because it's hard to read it about herself.
Oh, sure, of course. So to circle back to Mary Beth with the historic Italianate home again, she says she's never been more excited. She says, I have a bazillion ideas, but Lisa's helping me to focus, to pinpoint what I love and what I don't. And she talks historic interiors language. Oh my gosh. Anyone who knows Lisa Holt knows that she knows her history when it comes to design. So it couldn't have been a better match, Mary Beth, honestly. I'm so happy for you. Her project's incredible, you guys.
Well, yeah. And you know what? When Annette Henderson, who's I think on today with us, Annette said that exact same thing. And I actually have that in the little testimonial video that we did, where she says, I have a million ideas and I don't know what, I love everything and I don't know what to choose, and that's part of it too, right? She's saying yes in chat. Hi, Annette. Anyway. All right. What are we doing, Mike?
Okay. All right. I think we should circle back. We've got a bunch of questions still to answer. So I think we should continue that.
Yay. Okay, good. Guys, I love it when you send in your questions and things like this. I just love this. In fact, let me just show you this for a second.
Oh, and guys, we're going to do a lightning round at the end of this today. So stay to the end. And you guys who have put questions in through YouTube and on our Q&A on Zoom, Lisa will just kind of hit those bang, 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 bang. So yeah. Oh, you just love Saturdays. We love Saturdays too.
We do too, Lori.
This is our
Yes.
favorite thing to do. Of everything that we do, our favorite thing is to get on and do Saturday show.
Yeah. So we get to be with you guys, you know, we love this.
Now we were thinking, guys, we were thinking of doing this more often. So at least twice a month. So if you guys like that idea, let us know. I mean, we're going to still do our videos and our shorts and things. Oh, we're getting thumbs up and hearts. Okay, good. Good.
Is that a good idea? Do you guys like them? Do you want a couple more, like, per month kind of thing?
Yeah, we want to do them if you guys are enjoying this. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Wonderful. Yes. But it's
Awesome.
when we do this, it's like we're just it's like The View, we're just sitting around having a chat about design and talking to you guys. It's
on these questions.
I wish everybody was on.
Yes.
Anyway, who is this, Lisa?
Okay, so this is Diane, and
Yes.
I don't know that Diane is here today, but the reason I wanted, it's just one quick question, but I thought it was so important, I wanted to talk about it for everybody so everybody could learn about it. Diane's question was about, how do you know which way to install your flooring direction? Oh, that is such an important question. And guys, it's one you don't really think about, okay, until the contractor's standing there or
saying, which way do we go? Or no, but yeah, Lisa, they just start laying it and you're like,
just start laying it. Yes, absolutely. And there is such a process you want to involve yourself in before anything gets put down, okay? Which is, you want to tell them in advance that you're going to be determining which way it's going to lay in each and every space, okay? Secondly, you are going to do what's called a dry lay, which means that he has to pull 2 random boxes out from the set, okay? And he has to lay up, and this doesn't matter if it's tile, it doesn't matter if it's wood flooring, it doesn't matter if it's ceramic wood flooring, it doesn't matter what it is, guys. You do the same process, which is you pull 2 random boxes out from the load. You have to be standing there when this happens. Poor Joy Booker remembers this because she kept having to fly out of town to go down to her construction site to go do this. I'm like, you can't miss this, you have to be there. So you pull these 2 boxes out and they lay them out like they think they would put them together. Okay, let them do it, no input. All right. Then that gives you the opportunity to do several things. 1, give them your input on the direction. It may feel great. And if that's good and you have a good installer, no problem. They obviously know what they're doing. Okay. Secondly, you want to be looking for any pieces, and I'm going to annotate on this one only because there's not a lot here, but this is actually this is actually a very nice looking floor. But say, for instance, this piece was even lighter than it is. It's not. It looks pretty good and it's blended well on this floor. You want to make sure that he doesn't have a piece like this right next to a piece this dark, right next to a piece that dark, because what that does, it creates tonal patterning within the floor that you don't want. So you want it to be blended. So when he does the dry layup, you're looking to see, does it flow? Is it blended? Does it look the right way? Does it look the way you're visualizing? Are there any pieces that are way off color? Like maybe it's super light or super dark. Well, you can tell them to pull that out and replace it with something else. And what if he says, if he says to you, oh my gosh, I don't have enough to finish the job if I remove, 1 piece from every box. And you're like, you're like, listen to me, I sound like I'm tween. And what you say to him is, you lift that out and you put those into areas that will not show. So direction wise, here's the answer. You always run the length of the space with the length of the pattern. So if you have a long hallway, you want your wood going down the hallway. If you have tile in that hallway, you want the longer piece of the tile going down the hallway, okay? So you always run with the length. Otherwise, it foreshortens the space. Dana, you had your hand raised.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions, and I think one of the people in chat asked something that was interesting. Would you pay your installer to extra to do like a dry run, or is that just kind of part of what they should be doing?
That's malarkey. No, you don't have to pay them. Listen, what you do is you show up the day that he's going to start to do the installing. So the contractor's not incurring any cost for it. All right. So it's not
anyway. You need to be there on site watching this go down.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Like, wait, I have another question, Lisa. I'm confused by this photograph. I see.
I am too. This is just what she submitted.
No, but I wanted to ask you
just and then run this way.
Right. So my point is, ideally, let's just it's a teachable moment for everybody else who this isn't their house. Ideally, would you have taken that floor in the same direction all the way across through the house, and it looks like it might even go into the hallway and the front door?
Well, here's what I'm not understanding about this picture, and this is why when we get into Inner Circle, we get these questions answered much more effectively. Is this the only picture I got from her? Okay. I don't know if this is a front door. Doesn't look like it to me. It is a round doorknob. Usually they don't. And it looks like some sort of flat panel. So I don't know where the front door is. I don't even know what this space is. Here's another problem I see. There's a change in height right there. Also looks like there's a change in height right here. So she's got two changes of heights and I'm assuming she's running this wood into here because that looks like subflooring to me. So I don't know if this runs across to here, and I don't know what happens behind this wall. So I always look at it and give what a designer does with communicating to a contractor about how this will go is that you give what's called a flooring plan to them, which is on plan. You indicate which direction every material that is getting installed on the floor is going to go. And then that way, there's not any questions about that. It's just about you going and doing the dry lay when you're done. So yeah, this is a little bit of a confusing room because I don't know answers. If I saw this space in plan and knew the elevation changes that she's dealing with, I would have more of an understanding. This, to be honest, looks like it's not even step height, which means to me, I'm not quite sure why this floor didn't get raised.
Well, would they possibly run flooring over flooring as a subfloor, or would you have to treat that? Because could they possibly be just going over that as an older floor?
I think this is the new floor. I'm not sure because see, I see a stack of it here. So I believe that's the new floor. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's not get muddied in the mud there. And she's not even here to talk about it. So
I'm gonna stop sharing on that one. But that was one question that I wanted to hit. Okay. The next question was, let's see. Oh, here was another one. Okay, let me get this happening. Oh my gosh, my neighbor with his really noisy car is leaving. I'm sorry, guys. You can tell that we are live.
It's not a noisy car. It's basically a Lamborghini. I don't know what they.
Whatever. It's evidence of physical inability, I feel certain. All right, Carrie O'Neill. Carrie O'Neill sent this in, and this was a great question about rug sizes. And oh my gosh, if you guys know me, you know how I feel about rug sizes. I think they are constantly too small. So, and she did too. She told me that she took this rug that was here in the excuse me, she took this rug that we now see in the dining room, and excuse me, but apparently it was in here and she's moved it into the dining room. Okay, so that's step one, good, because it was too small. But she gave me a second picture, which actually helps me understand what we're doing with the space, right? So here's the deal, Carrie. The idea that you want to do is that you want to, I looked at your layout. She said, should I change plans or whatever? You know, you have kind of a lovely home, and it looks like you've got a lot of very intentional decisions that you've made that are good. So here's what I'm going to tell you, which is you're going to end up with a custom shape to your rug. So you're not going to be able to buy this puppy off the rack. Okay, so I want you to either go to Maggie or Olivia, if you can put the Ruggle Up link in chat, that will help her, because Ruggle Up is a vendor that we're going to be bringing into the DezignSpace store for everybody to utilize, because they're a new vendor that we're starting to work with, and I'm very interested in the fact that they do very reasonably priced, beautiful, custom shaped area rugs, shaped and sizes area rugs for reasonable prices. I got some samples recently that were just spectacular. Anyway, let me get back to this. But you're going to do a custom size rug, because your husband is right. You don't want, you don't want to lose these beautiful floors that you have, okay? But you're going to want a carpet that separates this area from the traffic pattern, which is here to go into the dining room, I'm assuming there. But it also anchors these two big seating pieces. So here's what I typically tell people, which is I want you to go to a typical wall-to-wall carpet vendor, and I want you to start looking at some options that can be cut to the right size, because not only are these really reasonable options for carpets, but you can choose from anything you want. You can go pet-friendly nylon, napped, cut and loop. You can go to an all wool Axminster or a Wilton. You can do all kinds of things as this area rug, and it can look spectacular, and it's unbelievably reasonably priced. Now, you have to watch your price per square foot, because I did recommend that to another Inner Circle member, and he was pricing out the really, really expensive stuff. So if budget is an issue, you're going to want to look at something that is a little lower priced on that, but they still make great area rugs. Okay, so go ahead and check that out, Carrie, and keep us posted, guys, because that is something that we all need to understand, which is that you are not locked in anymore to the idea of rugs as 7x9s, 9x12s, 10x15s. That's going away, guys, because you now have the power and the knowledge to get the exact size rug and the exact kind of rug that you want to fit your space. So if you have awkwardly shaped spaces like living rooms or super long hallways, or maybe you've got a living room or a great room that needs a super big rug, excuse me, or maybe you have a fireplace in the corner. Oh, how are you going to do that with a rug? Unless you just do something stupid and small. So not stupid and small, but small and looking silly. So that's the deal, guys, is you gotta get with my program on the custom rugs.
Hey, also, Lisa, I mean, I know that we've talked with the Ruggle Up people quite often. Is it Ruggle Up? Who was the
Ruggle Up? Yes.
The group, is that the group that does the custom sizes?
Olivia, are we correct on that? Yes.
And the other question that I have is, Lisa also has a hack for most of you guys. And I'm not sure if you guys understand it, or whoever ever saw those videos, but we've done 200, 300 videos over the years. So I'm not sure where it lives, but there is a hack about doing rugs from remnants that Lisa has by going to Home Depots and getting samples, and not samples, but small sizes, and being able to do them. So Just
Yes.
check out the design club library of our videos, and you'll find a lot of stuff
Yes.
for rugs there.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Actually,
there's lots
one of our
stuff.
oldest videos that we ever did, like the kind of video you don't ever want people to see because it was when you first started, is about that.
But it's got a
if
lot
you
of
want to see
video.
Lisa,
I should re-record that. I
if you
should
want to see
record
Lisa,
that,
like at
bump
the
that
very,
up
yeah,
in
go
the
to our
list.
channel. If you want to see Lisa at the very beginning, we actually took down a few videos that were just too embarrassing.
Hey, Julia. Okay, so I've got another ex-inner circle graduate here, Julia, who I believe is here. Is she here today?
Yeah, she's been on all day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Julia.
I'm bringing Julia on whether she likes it or not. She's
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi,
Yes.
sweetie,
Hi,
how are
Julia.
you?
Hi, so happy to be here. Thanks for answering my question.
I love it. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's funny. You're right. I never even thought that this was a part of going to be anything that was a question. I love what you did do. And I saw the input that says that the contractor is going to make this puppy a little bit wider and add in that extra couple of inches. Woo, yes, because that was I liked the concept, but it actually just didn't deliver with the she ordered this beautiful vanity for this guest bathroom in her fantastic home. And excuse me, and so it got installed. So we're actually going to add the pony height to full height, putting wall to full height, excuse me, so that we give a little bit more privacy to this toilet area, because it is a guest bathroom and that would be kind of nice. And it's, my gosh, it's huge for a guest bathroom.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's like the square footage on this puppy is amazing. And then
Yeah.
other thing, here's what I thought I wanted to talk to you about is I would match. So here's your idea behind it, which is, by the way, this beautiful. Was this a Fantasia also, this stone?
It looks like it. It's kind of similar, but it's a little bit less brown and a little more blue than a Fantasy, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's called London, and it's a brushed marble.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, really nice pick on that. I think that's gorgeous. And so here's the deal. Were you planning to plaster inside the shower as well?
Inside the shower is tiled with that same tile from the floor.
Oh, from the floor. Okay, great.
Yeah. And there's a floating marble bench.
Yeah. So, okay. Oh, love it. Okay, love it. So here's what I'm going to suggest is I want you to match the plaster kind of to the tile. This is the tile base, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to give more richness, because plaster looks the most interesting, okay, when it has a bit of pigment behind it. All right.
Mhm.
So I would say pull this tone, or maybe kind of a medium tone from the stone, like maybe, I'm not annotating, like maybe over, I like this tone. So you were right on the money, which was kind of a taupey storyline. I like that tone. This is flooded out because it's getting a lot of straight light from the ceiling, but I can begin to see kind of the coloration of that tile. I would honestly match that, because then this bathroom is going to become this gorgeous monolithic texture story, because then it can feature this gorgeous stone, the fabulous tile, and that magnificent basin. Oh, that's a beautiful storyline. So I would see if you can get them to literally like do a match on this all the way up, because then you have the texture of the plaster, you have the texture of this stone, you have the texture of this story, but it's all in the same tonal story. Oh, that is so luxurious looking and sophisticated, like your tastes are. So I think that that would be a super gorgeous surprise. And you know what else I would do in this bathroom, just to have fun with it? Let me go back to this, because this is a gorgeous picture, is I would give yourself, instead of like the bath mat kind of thing, I would throw, which one of my bathroom videos do I talk about? When you have the luxury, guys, of doing when you have the luxury of a bigger bathroom that has kind of a lot of square footage between the water closet and the thing, throw in a fabulous, big, amazing rug in that bathroom.
Now,
Yes,
Lisa,
they put that in the other one, in the other
Our
bathroom, like a big runner.
are flaccattis a thing still? Or no? Is that on trend at all? Or no?
Oh, they're definitely still a thing. Would you do that in a bathroom, Lisa?
A flaccati all day.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
day.
Okay.
Yeah. Know
Okay.
that you have to
Cool.
take it, shake it out. But these flaccati, real flaccati, okay, is actual just woven longer sheep and goat hair. Okay. So it's used to being wet. It's not a problem, with that. So, but I wouldn't put it right at the shower. Okay. Make it an area rug. Okay. That by the time you're out of the shower, your feet are damp, but you're not dripping onto it wet, unless you're having a problem. This could be a absolute feature, and then the rest of the room is just like taupe velvet. Ooh, I love that. Okay.
Lisa, what is a flaccati? Can you tell people really quick what it is and how it's spelled?
Maggie, can you show them a visual flaccati?
Yes, what's funny is I'm actually looking, I'm pretty sure Banana Republic Home has some, but that would be a place, like a resource I'd for sure check out also, Julia. But let me show everyone what a flaccati is.
All over it, Julia.
Oh, it does. And the rugs are fabulous too. So, I mean, all of it is. It's like to die for. Okay, so flaccati is spelled Flokkati. And let me show you what an authentic one looks like a little bit close up. Let me share my screen. Here's just a quick Google search. See this here? It's very, very shaggy, very textural.
Yes.
Here's another
It's
one.
super yummy in a bathroom, guys. It's like to put your feet on that. Oh my God. Especially when you have a big, massive space in the middle, you can have your little mats by your sink. But if you want like a big one that covers some space in the middle, I love that picture that you just had, Maggie, the one with the little
this one.
That one. Oh my God, that's exactly.
Yeah. Very plush, very yummy. Yeah.
If there's a question about cleaning, you actually rake them, guys. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't try and vacuum that thing. It's like a pet.
No.
That's really, Lisa, maybe we should do a video on like classics that don't go out of style, like
Sure.
10 top classics that we just did the videos all the time. That would be good. It could be one, a certain chair could be another. There could be like maybe a molding issue or a painting issue. There could be all these things that you can feel comfortable doing regardless of when you do them, and they don't date.
Yeah. They never date. Never date.
Like unfortunately glass block does.
Oh my gosh. Every time I see it, I can't even.
Or what? Glass block?
And then some, yeah. But by the way, Julia actually posted in chat a link to a Canva mood board, and she's wanting to get everyone's opinion on some lights for her bathroom. Can I share my screen, Lisa, and have people weigh in a little, and you as well?
Let's do that.
Okay.
I saw it.
So here we go.
Julia, you're so good. Look at you.
Fabulous. So this is, I think there's more than one option. So I think these ones are the first.
Okay.
Right. And then here are other options. Is that to scale, Julia?
More or less, not precisely.
Okay.
But
So they're small. They're smaller. Okay. Because
like 6-inch.
And then looks like this might be.
I'm still working on it, but I don't know. That first lighting option, I'm wondering what everybody thinks. I kind of think they look like microphones, but they're like concrete on that around the shade, which I think is kind of cool, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, it's not cool with what we're talking about. In other words, you want this to be an accent point because you don't want it to blend in with the plaster and the idea of the poured sink and things. You want to actually have a counterpoint to that. So you could do something in what would be interesting for your home? Your home is your home is in the Southwest, so you could do something with a simple. I want it. So, what is that material?
Looks like glass.
Which
On
material?
This is
on these, Julia.
Lisa,
That's like a mercury glass.
Mercury glass. Okay, that's interesting. I do like the idea. Don't love the shape, but there is a fantastic mercury glass pendant that feels old world Spanish. Oh, who is that from, Maggie? Is that Line Lighting or Lightopia? Or
I will find it.
Okay, if you can find it,
I'll find
that
it.
would be gorgeous because I'm loving the mercury glass, babes. Loving it. So we just got to get a shape and a scale right, and you are smoking. That is gorgeous.
Can you close the elements drawer so that the picture expands? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah. Don't like
There
the
you go,
shape.
so that's bigger.
The mercury glass is right on. Oh,
Okay.
I love that idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Awesome.
Yes. Yay. Okay, cool. Yeah, send us something over because there's one I know of. I literally can see it in my brain. But,
Okay, I'll email you.
Yes. Okay.
You know, can I ask one question about that picture again? Is the bathroom with the little pony wall, Julia, is the pony wall staying or is that
Yes.
what you,
No.
Yes.
Well, it's going to go to full height.
It's going to full height.
yeah, because I'm saying, okay, good. So you could put artwork or you could do something to the other side of the wall. Yeah, it needs to have a reason for being there. Otherwise it just tightens up your bathroom too much.
Yeah, and it's thickening up so that it covers the gap with the sink. So
okay.
Yes. Now, Maggie, am I still going or are we doing one?
Yes. Do we have? I think we have one more question to do before we transition into the next session or next.
Good.
So as everybody can see that we just are a little loose with our time, so it looks like we're going to go later. So just stick with us, and we will get to we'll do a lightning round, right, Lisa? Because I think a lot of people might be sticking around for that.
Okay, great. Okay, this got submitted by Jane Motto, and Jane had a great question about lighting.
Now,
and
is Jane here? Jane,
Let me
if you're here, like, just put it in chat. Oh, Jane says yes. She's Jane iPad. Okay. Jane, I have 2 iPads for you. Which one are you?
I guess I could try either one.
I'll try the first one and see what happens. So, Jane, can you hear us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Jane, how are you?
Yes.
How are you? Thank you for taking it's not even a question, it's a desperate plea
Jane?
for help.
Jane?
That's a desperate plea for help. No
Good,
worries,
so-
honey, we're here. We're
Jane,
here. That's what we do.
You're
All right.
echoing, Jane, you're echoing. So make sure you turn off your volume on your.
Oh, I'll take my phone off.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. Yes. Okay, so Jane, let me just start out with this, which is, sorry, I had to make it a little bit bigger so I could take a look at it, which is what a lovely home you have.
Thank you so much.
Yes, very intentional, very beautifully kind of thought through on things. And gotta say, love this light fixture. And I'm so glad it's not on the chopping block because I love that piece in that room. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you. That's from West Elm.
Is it? See,
Yeah,
you know,
the
this stuff
Olivia
isn't
pendant.
always, designer fortunes, right? I love that. That's fantastic. But we do have a little bit of an issue in the kitchen. You're absolutely right. So what's great is that you have good ambient lighting happening there. I'm assuming you have under cabinet lighting.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. But then you have this pendant, and then we have, and then we have this pendant over the sink. Okay, so here's the deal. You want to lose this puppy altogether. You were all absolutely right. Your gut was right. It's unexceptional, especially next to the other one. And you don't need 3, number one. And number 2, this is offset from your table, right?
Yes.
So that's kind of an uncomfortable relationship. So I would lose this puppy, put a reflected ceiling can in there, or you could do track. Either way, I like surface mounted track for that area. If you wanted to pop a spot onto this plant, pop a spot down on the table, and then pop a spot somewhere else, that would give you a little bit more flexibility. And the track that I'm talking about is the very low voltage, tiny 2-inch heads for things, and you just put a 6-foot run on it, and it'll give you a little bit of flexibility to maybe pop a spot onto there and pop something down onto the table. And you never look at the track, you just see where the track's light is directing your eye to go. So that's a good option too. Or if you want to just do the little reflected ceiling plan. If you want to do the recessed can, sorry, you could totally do that. That's not a problem, because then that would give you a general wash into the area, and it won't matter visually in this elevation where the table is offset. And then this is perfectly fine for over the sink, because it's a secondary position and it's not trying to steal the thunder from anything else like your fabulous one in the other room. So I got to tell you, you were 90% there, darling.
Thank you so much.
Do not stress on these things. Just ask us.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's what we're here for, darling. I love it. It's great. It's great. Yeah, because you go back and you go, this is really a feature, right? And then you've got some sexy other lights over here. These are really fabulous. These nice little ones. Who are they?
I think it was somewhere on Amazon, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That, you know what? Amazon has had some decent options. Honestly, like I've checked that out, and I'm like,
it is great.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it's true. I need to do another designer dupe. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Ooh,
Awesome.
okay. So I've got a couple
right.
more. Save them for lightning round. If you're were we gonna do news, or did we do news?
Yeah, we didn't do news yet. We can do news, but it's up to you. We can continue with questions or jump right into lightning round. Oh, it'll be your call.
Okay. Oh, wait, I do have 2 more. Okay, so let me do the 2 more. And okay. Let's see. Oh, Roxanne. Okay. Oh, let's welcome Roxanne, because she's a new member of DezignSpace. And Olivia, if you're still on in YouTube, why don't you go ahead and post the link to DezignSpace so people can understand kind of what's happening over on our site there.
Hi, Roxanne. We actually brought her in front.
Hi there.
Yeah. Hey, Roxanne.
Hey, honey.
Hi.
All right. Oh my gosh. So I've got to get, so Roxanne did not submit any pictures, because I think we are talking to you about doing a little bit more than just DezignSpace, but I'm not sure. But let me just read her question, because I get this question a lot. She's building a new home, okay? And she's thinking about grayish kitchen cabinets, perhaps Benjamin Moore pale oak, one of my faves, and wondered what color to do the hood vent and kitchen island. Now, I have to cop to the fact that I actually did speak to Roxanne yesterday really quickly, because I happened to be walking by Dana's office and I said hello. So here's the deal, is that, honey, you need to already start thinking about what we call the inner circle processes, because that will give you the answers that we're going to be looking for, which is, what is your palette for this new home? Okay, which is questions you're asking. And one of the things that you want to start with is, what are your flooring choices that you're going to be making? Because your flooring is one of the biggest materials that you select. And it is one of the least, it has sometimes the least amount of choices. Okay, I know everybody out there who's trying to make wood or flooring decisions are going, what is she talking about? There's millions of choices, but there's millions of paint colors, but there are not millions of wood floors. There are lots of different wood floors, not even wood floors, but flooring options. There are lots of different types of wood, or lots of different types of flooring. Okay, so you want to know what it is you're going to be doing first with your flooring. So I would have you do an inspo thing, or if you already know, you want to begin to build kind of a materials story box. I always tell people to go get big plastic bins, because you are going to end up with samples everywhere at the end of your home project. Okay, so you need these big plastic bins to just hold the chaos in. All right, and so you want to get some samples of what you might be thinking about for your flooring materials, and then you want to kind of pull the sampleized samples of Benjamin Moore pale oak, because I love pale oak, but it can go too pink in the wrong light. Thirdly, you want to start studying your grayish kitchen cabinets. Those can be very limited materials, unless of course you're painting them, and then of course it's a million choices. But if they're something that you're buying as a pre-finished cabinet front, then they're only going to have a certain number of options. So you got to make sure that those are happy with whatever flooring you're selecting for the finish, and then we can pick the paint afterwards. But the other thing that you need to do, that you need to absolutely get right, is understand what your lighting conditions are going to be in the new home. And what that means is, do you have pot lights? Do you have other kinds of decorative accessory lights? Because if you have any of those, you need to make sure your Kelvin ratings are tied together across all of those light fixtures. So under cabinet lighting in the kitchen needs to be the same Kelvin as the stuff in the ceiling. That way, none of your color palette choices are thrown off. So guys, this is just, it's just the beginning.
Super helpful.
That's just the beginning. But I wanted you to know that there's this whole like set of processes. So now that you're in Inner Circle, one of the things that I want you to truly do, Roxanne, is I want you to go to the library in DezignSpace, and I want you to look for 2 books. There's one called How to Start a Project. Okay, you need to read that before you start to, before you get any further. And then the other thing that I want you to do is, where's three bulbs and why they matter, Megan? Is that Lisa's
that's in, yeah, yes, correct. Yeah, that's in like the Lisa's brain section of DezignSpace.
Okay, great. Okay, so that's my task that I'm going to give to you, Roxanne. Is I want you to go take a look at those 2 things, and you can also use Design Assist, because why are we just talking about this? Why don't I just show you? Let's do Design Space.
I started it last night doing the Design Assist. Love, love, love it. And it was so nice to see the kitchen in 2D and 3D. That was so super fun. And it's great to talk about having the ratings of the light be the same. That was really helpful.
It's super important, and it's something nobody really understands because we take lighting for granted, right?
Yes.
It's just light, right? Yeah. Well, it's not just light. Light is made up of color. And if you don't have an understanding of how to use the right colors to get your home looking the way you want it to, you will not succeed. It is absolutely true. So here's the front page of DezignSpace, and the one I was in particular looking at. So here's this groovy new thing that she was just referring to, which is a Design Assist tool, which is Kitchen. And you can hit Kitchen, and it takes you to everything you need to know about doing your kitchen. So any of these, oh gosh, I'm getting ready to mix metals or making decisions. Maybe I'm just going to remodel and paint my cabinets. But you're going to need all of this, darling. Kitchen plumbing, woo, you need to be looking through all of this material, because these things are invaluable. Understanding the difference between rough plumbing and finished plumbing, and why it's so important that you do these planning and decisions up front. Because if you want a faucet sitting in that corner, unless you tell them that, they are not going to provide rough plumbing to you for that. So it's super important that your plans and all of that kind of information work together. So these are literally invaluable. And then the other thing that you want to go look at is, oh, whoops, sorry, let me go back up to the front. And we don't have the lighting thing yet. All right, so I'm just going to run back to Brain and Blog and go down to three shades of light. Maggie, is that one here? Yes.
Yep,
Ooh, okay. This is an incredibly important document. It's almost like read number one before anybody does any decisions, whether you're buying a sofa or you're looking for a carpet or you're building a whole house from scratch. Okay, this document right here will save you thousands and thousands of dollars and headaches, because understanding Kelvin ranges and what you want in your space is critical to getting what you see. I mean, that's the thing. I see all these people that have, Pinterest pages out the wazoo, or they have Instagram, things that are saved that they just adore. And it's like, nothing is going to get you there unless you understand some of these principles that are happening in the background, that if you understand, you can nail it. So that's why these are so important. So that's a good one, Roxanne.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you here.
Thank you so much. The advice is great. Thank you again.
Yay,
Awesome.
you're
Thanks,
so
Roxanne.
All right, great. Okay, now I've got one more. Let me go. Let me shoot this down, and then we're on to lightning round. And believe it or not, this is an X inner circle from last year. My goodness. So I'm going to pop this open and say hello to Judith. Hi, Judith. We haven't talked to you in an age. It's been forever. And I am just going to say, I hope that you post some progress photos soon in DezignSpace, because I can't wait to see. Oh, Judith has a house that she's waited 20 years to renovate. And it's going to be this massive change when she does. And I'm so excited. I don't know if Judith's here or not.
Yeah, I was going to say, Judith, if you want to chat directly with Lisa, let me know in chat and I will bring you on board here.
And she may or may not be on. Oh,
she's here.
Yay.
Okay. All right, Judith, I'm going to bring you on.
All right. So Judith, I'm super excited because it's time to look at the exterior. And you're right, there was so much to cover in the other parts of the inner circle that we didn't even get to your exterior. So I'm glad you're circling back around to us for help on this one. And Judith, if I'm understanding, you're asking whether or not you should paint the brick or leave the brick and, kind of go to different. So existing siding, to me, in my personal opinion, has to be changed. Okay. And the existing window frame color is either black. It's black fox. Yes. Okay. So that's good. And your roof, which is very important to consider when we are looking at our exteriors. Okay. Because your roof is kind of a grayish brown. From what I can tell from the photos. Now I realize that I'm looking at this in full daylight sunlight, and that always takes or strips at least 40% of the color of the actual roof out. So if you, if you always see it in sunshine, we have to deal with kind of this tonal quality. All right. If I remember, you're up north, right?
Yeah, Denver.
Denver, yes. So you're going to get cloudy days as well. So what you might want to do is, and this is an approach that because she's already started to do some work to find out, gosh, should we do body colors And the brick in the shade, this is actually done probably over in this corner here, which is great. But here's what where you really need to start. First of all, these are too tiny. Okay, so we have to go further than that.
Yeah, I know.
So here we go, and I'm going to help you out. This is how you kind of want to do it. So this is another inner circle member, and I told her to get sample eyes, but she actually has a gray Benjamin Moore store by her, so they went and mixed them for her. So she has actual paint brush outs that she's working with, but the sample eyes things will work as well. So you can get those. And what you want to do is you want to tape them out there where you're going to see them in daylight. Okay. Because so much of your house is in kind of a good bit of daylight. And this is going to help you understand, because what you're needing to study is you're needing to understand, how do I change up my massing references if I want to do that on my exterior? Because you've had this for a while. It's maybe not representative of, where you're going to go inside, not certainly what I remember. And I know we talked about the idea of it. So yes, we may paint that brick, okay, but let's start doing chromatic stories that we understand. So for instance, you're gonna test it out kind of like this, because this was an understanding for both trim and garage door. Okay. Here's, she's done it where you've shown it, right? Where this would be the trim color, because we're stripping out that brilliant white, because you can see on these elevations that that brilliant white is way too light for her house, and it just makes it really look confusing. So we're taking the trim to a much nicer tone, and the trim is actually going to go out the same color as the body in this particular case, and her black door is actually softening up a bit. That might actually be Black Fox, I'm not sure, which is your color of your window trim. So here's what I would say is your windows are fairly dark, okay? Your roof is moderately dark, all right? So chromatic story-wise, you do not want to take your house darker. And this goes across the board for everybody. You do not want to take the main body material of the main body colors of your house darker than your roof. It is going to look out of balance and unsettled. Okay, so if this is your darkest tone, along with your windows, which are the Black Fox color, okay, then the body probably needs to go a medium note. So I would say that this accent color, which is I forgot what you told me it was, maybe
I can't remember the name either.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But valuation wise, it's too light. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you look at things that are more in the medium tonal quality. Oh gosh, I wish Nikki was here. I don't know what this color is. I want to say it might be La Paloma Beige from Benjamin Moore. But why don't you start with that one? Why don't you order a sample size of La Paloma Beige and see how that looks with the roof and with the Black Fox windows? Because we may do something where we do a storyline where we paint the brick and the body the same, and the TNG the same. And then we maybe take the Black Fox onto the garage, because you can anchor that garage with something a little bit darker with no problem. But the body color might need to have more beef than what we're seeing here, but not as dark as these guys. And these also feel too cool for me. Yeah. So I'm liking something that's almost a little bit more of a direction like the La Paloma Beige or something in that range. Pale Oak is going to be too light. Let me see. Do I have my ranges out? I don't have them. Maybe I can stop share for a second and pull them because I've got you here. So let me give you a little bit of some direct help this way. There we go. All right. All right. So I'm going back to screen sharing on this, and we're back into the thing. Another really, absolutely priceless resource is Lisa's favorite paint colors. Now, this is not the world of colors, guys, but it's my go-tos when I'm talking about a direction. Okay, so see some of my whites. That's why I really just got lucky on that question from Megan. Greens and beiges, right? See, these are some beautiful options to start with. And these are by no means all your choices, but they get you into a direction. So I'm actually thinking that you may want to play with maybe something as saturated as Himalayan Trek, which is 1542. Because what happens is Denver has a lot of sun, excuse me. And so when you're high, so that sun is really strong and bright, right?
Right.
So it's the strip palette tones. I don't know that Plymouth Rock might be right, but it might. So maybe I would try those two, as well as something a little lighter, like, oh, whoops, not there. Sorry, I got a little bit darker on myself. Maybe a little lighter, like, ooh, Grant beige could be interesting. It might be a little too golden, but I'd pull it and at least take a look at it. Because guys, on exterior colors, you're gonna go through at least, you know, my rule of 3, it's gonna take you 10 minimum on exterior
That's good to
colors.
know, because that's how I felt. So frustrated.
Yes. No, don't feel frustrated, sweetie. It's you're in good hands and you're going in the right direction with these. But it may take a number of tweaks to finally get down to those 2 or 3. It's taken me, sometimes on exteriors, it's taken me like 3 weeks. And I do this every day. So because part of the thing too is the fact that you really need to study it in really all those different light conditions, right? Because a gray sky could pull too much purple out of something like Cedar Key. Okay, because I happen to know Cedar Key is a purple note. So I would say for getting you off the mark, I would say let's start with Grant beige. Himalayan Trek also has a purple undernote, so we have to be careful with that one. And Plymouth Rock, maybe too dark, but Plymouth Rock has a step up in shade, in tint, excuse me, that is still stable into the Plymouth Rock tonal base. So we could get there with that. So why don't you do that and then send me some more pictures, sweetie, because as an inner circle person, you do not have to be a stranger. All right, darling?
Sounds good.
Okay, good. In fact, I don't want you to be a stranger. I've missed you. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to see the progress inside.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Judith.
Very good.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, we are ready for the lightning round, and it's got to be a true lightning round. So we've got a few questions, but a lot of them are so quick answer ones. So here we go. Hi, Lisa. Just want your thoughts on using a large LED mirror over a vanity in a bedroom closet.
Love the idea. Here's why. There's never enough lighting in closets. All of you guys in Inner Circle know that I always push for you to install track lighting, low voltage, correct kelvins, in your thing, because 3000 Kelvin, basically, because builders always install those silly boob lights or maybe nothing sometimes, or a strip fluorescent, and it's ridiculous. That's the place where you get dressed, guys. So yes, ma'am, do it.
Okay, next question. Lisa, what do you think about Japandi, wabi-sabi, or other styles like that?
Oh, I love them. Oh, God, they're trending right now so hard. Oh my gosh. And I'll tell you why they're trending. Actually, I'm coming out with the trends that need to go bye-bye in 2 weeks here on YouTube. But the truth of it is, Japandi really is a kind of a fresh iteration of sort of an internationally longer living idea of international contemporary. And so it kind of sits in under the subcategory of contemporary, but it has reference. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It sits in the transitional category, but on the contemporary end of the subcategory, because the element of Japandi, which does bring in that element of what is perfect is not perfect, what is broken can also be considered perfect, what has, weathered edges, those kinds of things add texture and interest and storyline to a space that can feel rather cold. And so that's why I think Japandi, it sits right up against organic modern, which is just a huge trend and will be for another decade.
Absolutely. Okay. Holly asks, how much space should there be between a table and a wall with a banquette?
Wait, how much space should there be between what now?
Between I think the banquette and the wall, like the table of the banquette and the wall.
Oh, honey. Okay. So there's a very specific calculation for that table height and distance and the seat height on that bench. So do we have that posted? I have that in my inner circle resources. So here's the deal. Ooh, we should do something about that, for DezignSpace, Megan.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, there's a very specific section detail. Honestly, what you could do right now to get your questions answered is literally just Google it, because you want to look at how high your seat height is, how high your table height is, and the distance between the depth of the seat and the front edge of that table, because it shouldn't be too far away and it shouldn't be too high up. It's a very specific calculation. So I bet you if you Google it, you can find
you could find that calculator. I do know, and I just verified, I think it's like an average in terms of depth of 36 to 38 inches. But definitely, Holly, Google that.
Well, that
and
depends.
Type in your
what
dimensions.
What are you talking about? From the back of the banquette to the front edge of the table?
Yeah.
Okay. But the seat of the banquette may be only 20 inches deep.
Yep.
So
exactly. So the calculation is
far away. Yeah. See, I did this, guys, for restaurants 1,000 years ago, forever. And so there's a very specific calculation, trust me, on that. So please look it up for me, honey, or join DezignSpace and I'll throw you the thing in Inner Circle that I have. I know I have those calculations in the Inner Circle references file.
Perfect. Okay, so Lisa asks, I purchased a 1960s home in the Southwest Desert. I want to style it mid-century modern. I have two 25-foot long white walls. She's got utilitarian furniture she calls Ode to Goodwill, which she's still figuring out what she's going to do with. I don't know where to start. Do I paint these long walls, or do I look for an inspiration art piece? It's basically just an empty space. Again, she repeats, I don't know where to start.
Oh, honey, if you don't know where to start, you need to come talk to us about Inner Circle, because that's exactly it. Where to start is what we get you through. That's the whole point of the process, which is when you don't know where to start, it is overwhelming, right? And it's because you could change the walls, you could change the furnishings. There are too many choices in this circle that you're being faced with at that moment. So you have to narrow it down. And there's a process for narrowing it down, which involves doing inspiration, how to start a project. If you're already in Design Club, DezignSpace, excuse me, it used to be Design Club. That's why I still call it that, guys. So if you're wondering what DezignSpace is, it's Design Club 2.0. But anyway, in DezignSpace, there is a book on...
Yes. Yep. An ebook in the library on how to start a project that will walk you through that entire process.
Yes.
Start to finish. Yep.
And what happens is when you do that book, start to finish, you will begin to narrow all those crazy choices that are keeping you up at night and going, I don't even know where to go with things, right? The other thing too that's good to do is take a look at Megan and I put this together, is take a look at the let me do this. Let me share screen. It is the not Design Assist. It is the Lisa's Brain and Blog. This very first one, how to create an interior design vision board, because that's what you need, my dear, is you need to understand what your vision is. And you don't even know it right now, right? Because you've got these beautiful long walls. They could be fantastic, right? If you treat them right. So creating these vision boards and going through and understanding your inspo and what makes your heart sing and makes you really understand this is the process that narrows you down to a lane that you can then begin to take action on. Okay, so this is a super valuable thing to take a look at. And guys, they don't have to be fancy. These are tools for you to look at. So they don't have to look like, you know, Megan did them because she's brilliant at graphics. They
just need to work for you, right? Yeah.
They just need to work for you to give you, what's my story? What do I want this space to feel like? What does it need to do? And then that at least gets you to a 90-degree out of 360. Okay. So these are two things that I would recommend you read right away. All right, sweetie?
Awesome. Okay. Another question. Do we have
I only
time?
have time for one more. So
Time for one more. Okay. I want to make it a good one. Okay. So Amrita asks, I'm looking at Zalige tile. It looks like the 2x6 is called beige matte. Not sure how to pronounce it. And it is very thick, 3/4 of an inch. This seems too thick for a backsplash. Is this what people are using?
yes, yeah, honey. 3/4 of an inch on a 24-inch depth counter, no problem. It's gonna eat it up. It may look thick to you in hand, but on the backsplash countertop, it's not gonna involve anything. Excuse me, or it shouldn't impede on anything. Unless you have strip lighting mounted at the very, very back of your cabinet, which you shouldn't have. Then you might have to move that forward a little bit. But other than that, Zalige, they'll do it with what's called thin set. And so it'll just be that thickness, but you won't even notice the take up on your counter. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I love Zalige. Zalige could be wonderful for you. Send us pictures and ask us in the club, honey. Okay. Clubhouse. Yes.
Yes. Awesome.
Great.
Okay. Well, that's all we have time for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, both our members and YouTube. If you're not already a member of DezignSpace, please become one. Again, join us at designspace.com. And just to circle back, Inner Circle, we still have, I believe, 3 seats left. And so if you'd like information on that, you can visit the website at number 4, innercircle.com/information, or send an email to hello@lisaholt.com. And our next event, I believe, is on the 28th, Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And it's all about understanding Kelvin. So all what Lisa's pointing out about the light bulb colors and temperatures, she's going to cover that she's going to basically do a deep dive in that. So if you're working on any project, especially a lighting one, you don't want to miss that. So
yeah.
Anything else, Lisa?
Yes, no, that's absolutely true, because if you do not I can't say it enough. If you do not understand your lighting, you will not succeed in getting that Insta-worthy image that you've got carried around in your mind, because it's an unspoken factor. You know what I said today in one of my YouTube videos that I recorded, that lighting is the invisible secret weapon that you see on Instagram. And I'm going to show you how to use it for your space by understanding these Kelvins. So don't miss it, guys. It's super important. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. All right, guys.
It's so great.
Thanks again for
it's so
joining
great
us.
to have everyone joining us. Please join us again. It'll be great. I don't know. We lost Dana somewhere along the way. Thank you. coming up and asking questions when you did. Thanks so much for YouTube guys joining in. We love it. We love it. And we'll see you soon.